something's following me. I'm scared. Maybe I should say I'm scared. It's chasing me. Oh no! Hey everybody, I'm Sharo Perry and welcome to my channel. If you've been to my channel before, welcome back! But if you're new to my channel, I'm going to bring you all kinds of original songs written by myself, my talented brother, Bill Perry, and our legendary father, Bill Howl-N-Madd Perry. It is one of our main goals to keep his legacy and music alive. And today, you're going to hear us perform one of his songs. I'm also going to tell you some really great stories. The song you're going to hear today was written by my legendary father, Bill Howl-N-Madd Perry, called
The Way of Blues.
Bye, Perry's.
Thank you now. All right. Much love. Much love.
I've got a story I'm gonna tell. Down in Mississippi, the blues is doing well. Drinking and gambling in the Jooks all night. The catfish, the chicken wings, they're out of sight. 'Cause that's the way, y'all. That's the way of the blues. That's the way, y'all. That's the way of the blues.
Hey, wait, can I get a little more than runners?
You're having this much fun. Tell me how can we lose?
Oh, actually, I bet the piano.
From all over the world, the people they come down to Mississippi where the blues was born. We play the blues both day and night. We won't stop, not even for a fight. 'Cause that's the way, y'all. That's the way of the blues. That's the way, y'all. That's the way of the blues. You're having this much fun. Tell me how can you lose? It's all true. Come down to Mississippi, we'll play the blues for you. We'll play it, the blues for you. the way of the blues. That's the
I thought I would bring you guys something a little different on this episode, mainly because I don't know the full story of this one. This episode is called Cops Harassed My Brother. So let me go ahead and set this up. We were coming home one night from Tupelo, right?
Yeah.
And it was from a rehearsal, actually from a guy that is a great family friend of ours to this day, because this happened a few years back. And he's a drummer. So we were at his house rehearsing, rehearsal finished, great time, heading home. You take it from here.
Yeah, so...
oh, let me just say this.
Yeah.
We were in separate cars.
Right. Yeah, I was in my old Chevy Chevette, I believe, hatchback. And I was riding along with another member and I was going to Pontotoc. And just, out of the blue, get stopped by a couple of cops. And one guy young, one guy old. Which I knew after the fact. But anyways, they pull us over. I didn't know if I was speeding or whatever. They asked us to get out the vehicle. Now, mind you, the setting here is like back in the 90s. And I had a long Raider trench coat on, which was the fashion at the time, a la NWA and all the West Coast rap stuff going on. So I just figured maybe that was a trigger or something. I don't know. Because when I got out...
It has to be bad, right?
Yeah, So yeah, I was driving along through Pontotoc, me and the other member, and the cops pull us over and everything. I think maybe, I believe they asked for my ID. I'm not sure, but I do remember being asked early on to step out of the vehicle.
Let me just say this really quick. My dad was driving the van, so me, mom, and dad, we were already gone. So unfortunately, we didn't see this. If we were behind them.
Yeah, they could have vouched for me because what played out was, like my sister was saying, we had just came from a rehearsal. So had equipment in my hatchback in the back, all right? So as this guy's talking to me, the older cop, he starts like really accosting me. He starts stepping up in my face and all of this and just asking all these, questions. And then he looks at the back of my vehicle. He's like, yeah, we noticed you have equipment in the back there. And this is like, yeah, as we stated, we're musicians and we just came from rehearsal in Tupelo. It adds up. So, and then here's the kicker. He goes that there was a pawn shop that was broken into that just happened to have musical equipment stolen from them. Like having my specific gear. I had like a keyboard amp and whatnot, had my specific gear, like it was that particular type of equipment that was stolen out of the pawn shop. I guess it was a keyboard, an amp, and keyboard stand. And so at least this is what the story was being sold to be. And
exact same equipment.
The guy even kind of threatened me too. He was bowing up on me. Of course, I'm not going to try to fight a police officer, but it was almost like he was kind of trying to dare me, as it were, to be belligerent. And then the younger cop, suffice it to say, was the one that calmed him down. So, it was weird, man. Weird.
That's weird and it's sad. It's scary.
Yeah.
But I'm not the kind of person that just riles up, but it makes me want to rile up and
yeah, definitely made me want to, but considering the circumstances, I couldn't.
It's like you have to do what they say. Unfortunately, even if they're screaming in your face, it's best to just stay calm.
Yeah, and that's what I initially did. I held my composure by myself. Of course, myself and the other member, we discussed this on the way home and how just weird it was, the whole circumstance. But yeah, it was definitely weird, especially the part about like musical equipment being stolen from the pawn shop, and I just happen to have musical gear. It's just like he was casing my place, just my car rather, to see what I had, just to make some kind of case of it. At least that's the way it felt.
Yeah, I honestly think what they saw was several young black men in this car, and they're like, oh, they must be doing something criminal in there. Let's go check it out.
The long Raider jacket, of course.
Yeah, the Raider jacket. We're going to find something on there. They're criminals, I'm sure of it.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was as we used to say back in my youth, man, it was whack.
Right. My dad had stories that he told me where cops harassed him. I know other people where cops harassed them, and I know there are some good cops, but guys,
yeah, there are some good cops out there. I've definitely ran into some good ones as well, and I've had other circumstances that occurred, but
and I guess to balance it out, but just a quick story. One night, me and my dad were coming home from a gig, and we were tired. It was like a 4-hour drive home. And by the time we were about the last, 15 minutes from home, I was hitting about 70. I was ready to get home. I was tired. And it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't see until right at the last minute, there was a cop right over there. And I'm like, God dog it. So I went past the cop. I didn't even really try to slow down. Of course, he came behind me, a young, good looking cop. And, you know, he was really nice. And he looked through the car with his flashlight. I had taken off certain clothing that, you know, he could see. He saw equipment. He didn't give me a ticket or anything. He just told me to be careful and all of that. I was happy about that. So I don't know if it has to do with me being a female or he was just a nice guy. I think that's what it is.
Maybe a combination of both.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say real quick, three quick stories. The first one time me and my sister got stopped leaving from a television production. We were doing this, I won't mention the TV show, but we was on a major television show that was on NBC at the time. And we were leaving from shoot and everything, from set. And we were doing just a little over the speed limit, or maybe about 5 miles or so over the speed limit. This guy was saying that we did 80. And we stopped instantly. Like the moment he whipped around and stopped us, there's no way we could have did 80 and stopped like that without skidding, of course, you know, considering momentum and stuff. So, yeah.
I was driving. There's no way I was doing 80. I was doing 68. And that's the thing. It's like, okay, I admit I was going over the speed limit. And it's not something that I do all the time, you guys. But I was going over the speed limit. And yeah, he lied. He straight lied, said I was going 78, 80 miles per hour. And I had to pay for that. And I know he gets a commission from that. And I'm like, that's messed up. That's messed up. And I was so angry. I was like, I want to file a police report. I mean, or some kind of, you know,
some sort of formal complaint.
Yeah, a complaint. But I'm like looking at people who are really harassed and things that happen to them. I'm like, you have to let this one go. Just go ahead and pay it.
And on a joking note, there was this one time where I went to a gig fresh out of a jail cell. I was arrested the night before. I had spent the night, got out that morning, played a gig that evening, joked about it with the crowd. We was all like, yay, you know, the jailbird performing for us. So there's those stories too.
Sometimes we have to pay the price, but sometimes, you know, it's
people watching this like, man, how many encounters y'all got with the law? I'm like, maybe it's y'all.
Now that was funny. I love that. On that note, I guess we'll go ahead and you know, close this story. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the song and the story. Well, all right, you know, we got some merchandise for you.
Indeed, we got lovely t-shirts here. I believe we got 2 different colors. This is a regular white tee. We also have them in blue. And it says Music Heals the Soul, which is the name of one of Bill Howl-N-Madd Perry's albums.
Absolutely. Bill Howl-N-Madd Perry, our legendary father.
Indeed, indeed. And it's a great album. You know, check it out, man. It's got how many songs on there?
20 classics that my dad specifically handpicked from the vault. So it goes back at least about 30 years.
Wow. And don't you also have some music out there available?
Yes, I do. And I worked on this with yours truly. He's actually the engineer and then everything else, the musician, the blah, 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 blah. I was just a singer.
And songwriter. I didn't write the songs. I just did the music production.
Yes, and this is called Ready to Reveal. Wow, what a deal. Girl, you know I'm getting all of those. Really? Oh, that's so nice. Go ahead, girl. Yeah, hit them all. All right, girl. Let me see what I got here. You take Walmart cards? Why would I take a Walmart card? That doesn't make sense. But it's Walmart. You told me you were going to make it rain on me. Now a Walmart card? Come on, girl. I'll make sure to leave a link for you down below. If you're not following me yet, you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well, because I'll be posting on there that I won't post anywhere else. And I would just love to hear what you think about these stories and songs. So make sure you comment and talk to me, baby. Talk to me. And make sure you like and subscribe, or I'm coming after you. Yeah, you. I'm coming after you. See you next week. Bye.